All right, so example 5 says find the vertical asymptotes of any of the graph of this rational function. Let's also go ahead and talk about holes while we're at it, okay? And domain. So let's see. How do we find domain? Yeah, remember the domain, your denominator cannot equal 0. So that means that x squared plus 1 cannot equal 0. So move the 1 over. So x squared cannot equal negative 1. Square root it. So x cannot equal plus or minus, what's the square root of negative 1?
1i.
Yeah, 1i. Well, what did we say our domain is if our only restriction is I? Yeah, it's all real numbers, right? Because you can't have I on the number line. So it means there are no restrictions. So our domain is negative infinity to infinity. So then the question is, if you don't have any restrictions, are you going to have any holes? No. Will you have any vertical asymptotes? Will you have any vertical asymptotes? No. Because remember, the holes in the vertical asymptotes make up the restrictions of the domain. Since there is no restrictions in the domain, there can't be any of those. All right, and if you tried it, if you set the x squared plus 1 equal to 0, you're going to end up with that plus or minus 1i again anyways. Okay? So therefore, there is no vertical asymptote or holes because your domain is all real numbers.